Hope you guys are doing well. And first and foremost, these are the initials that, was lingering here. Maybe somebody doesn't want to deal with somebody that has the initial B, but there we go. Your go-to song is Benny and the Jets. Alright? Awesome song. By the legendary Elton John. Now, I got this song on the 30th of December. Your message, long story short, they miss you, they missed the gang. And I also got Less Compromise and Marriage. Okay, so maybe somebody's like, you know what, let's get married. If we don't get married before we turn 40 or 50, let's do it. Okay? Or if that's not the case, somebody wants to compromise in this union, in this marriage here, okay? Another message here is this. Somebody could be a part of the LGBTQ. I just added that because of who this singer is, the artist, okay? Another message here is this. I thought something took place, but it was a misunderstanding. Okay, so something was a misunderstanding here. And then lastly, somebody missed their Bonnie and Clyde, which is you, Bonnie or Clyde. They missed their quote-unquote Benny to their Jets, their Candy to their Ronnie to their Candy. So you guys were, in their eyes, a power couple, the glue to the gang, the glue to making them feel sane, balanced, stable. You were their ride or die, and basically they're not having fun anymore. They feel like life is a bore without you. You are the only person that make them feel comfortable being themselves. Well, damn, that's deep. There you go. Okay, so I feel like I need to dissect this. Welcome to Channel Messages from BKA Oracles, where we channel as we go. Okay. I'm gonna start with the misunderstanding. What's that about? So the misunderstanding here. So the cards that you guys got was this. Let me do this. 1, 2, 3. It's all in reverse though, and then we got these two. So basically, the misunderstanding here is this. Somebody thought it wasn't love, but it's love. Somebody thought you guys didn't work well together or create music, but it was. Somebody felt like, they couldn't be a father figure, right? Or they'd be a bad father figure. Or they can't really love somebody because they have daddy issues, trauma issues, but that's a lie. Somebody here thought that they were being directed towards somebody else, but that was also a lie. I'm also getting the energy of like there could be a father figure that could have separated you guys, and they thought that was like a sign from the angels, their spirit team, their divine. It was a lie. So basically, the misunderstanding was they didn't think between you and them it was love, whether it was friendship, whether it was longevity, whether it was family, whether it was you. I feel like you could have had a lot of influences. Switch it around if it's your situation collective, or dare I say on your person's end, where it's like a father could have said something, right? Or they got some sort of guidance from somebody of authority, or they got wrong guidance from somebody that they thought was of a light, but it was manipulation here, it was a misunderstanding. Now it is, oh my God, no. It shoulda, woulda, always going to be collective, okay? It shoulda, coulda, woulda, always going to be the person on your mind. The guidance that you got, the direction that you got, whether it was spiritual or non, it was all a test. It was all a misunderstanding. There is love here. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. Now, to the next point of it all. Somebody's name could be Juliet as well. So hello again for the Benny and Jets reading. Now, it cut off when I said Julia, so maybe you need to call Julia or Juliet. Somebody need to cut off. Okay. Advice card in relation to Juliet or Julia. So basically, don't manifest her in your life again, because they are an energy vampire. And if you're watching Juliet, Julia, your go-to message is this: remember, you are great by just being yourself. Okay? Because I know there's not just one Juliet on this planet of 7 billion people. So somebody's ready to cut off Julia, okay? Now, it could also be people trying to cut you off, okay? If you have the name. But remember, if that's so, remember you're great. What I wanted to say, the next point was, if you're part of the LGBTQ community, maybe somebody is ready to cut you off because you're part of that community. Fuck them. Julia, fuck them. You're great, okay? And I feel like, I don't think you need to go far in order to do so. I feel like they will actually leave you, the people that are cutting you off. Maybe thought you need to kind of travel. Well, obviously, if it's a cutoff in terms of like you need to get out of the house, then so be it. But if it's a cutoff in terms of finances, fuck it. You will be okay. Okay? So there's that. Because I'm getting the energy of like somebody's like, I'm about to cut you off from my life if you engage with people that feel the same way as you. Okay? So I think we'll pass it. Yeah. I'm going to give you one more advice. Whoever's going to get caught off, miracles are coming your way. Okay, number 15 could also be symbolic in terms of a timeline. So, somebody missed their Bonnie, Clyde, their Benny to the Jets. So I feel like that's in the sense of like, maybe you couldn't really be with your friends anymore or vice versa because you grew apart, or freaking life happens and you can't really share everything with everybody and they only saw one good part of your life. They miss you. That's it. I don't feel like I need to clarify that. They generally just miss you. They miss the gang. And what I said about compromise in marriage, remember me saying this whole thing about maybe somebody's like, I want to take one for the gang. So let's say you have people around you in your family. I don't feel like that's a good idea. But they're just like, okay, if they don't like you being, loving who you love, you're going to get Clyde to marry you instead of Bonnie, right? Or you're going to get, Candy to marry you instead of Ronnie. Maybe that was like a topic of discussion. I don't know. But anyway, they miss you regardless. But yeah. But if it's not like a LGBTQ situation here and somebody's kind of like, let's just compromise. I miss you. Let's get married. We are a deep power couple. I don't feel like it's based on love. I feel like it's based on comfortability. Okay? It's not like they don't love you, but I feel like it's like based on comfortability. Like they have love for you, but they're not in love with you. And I feel like it could be the sense of like I said before, if we don't get married when we're 30s or 40s, let's do it, okay? And this could actually be divinely guided by your spirit team to do so. You can save a lot with marrying your best friend. I don't know if this is accurate, but I believe in Japan they have this system where you can marry your best friend. I don't know if after a certain timeline, but they have like a legit system, marry your best friend, but they're like still dating other people in like basically open relationship, right? But you save so much money and you know it might fit better. I don't know. Hey, maybe you're from Japan, but they do have a system where you can like marry your best friend. So maybe that's the key factor here. Hey, do you, collective? I don't know what else to say other than the fact that they miss you, they miss the gang, and you were like the glue in this entire thing. Okay, San Francisco, California, and Chicago could also be symbolic here. And I got this message on the 30th of December. So let's do the changes. So basically the changes that I realize is that they're in control of their life, or you're the one that's in control of your life. That you're very knowledgeable. And they're finally seeing every detail now, but they're still upset though. Let's see, what did I realize? They realized that they're in control of their life, but they don't have the same energy and light that they had before. And again, putting two and two together, they realized that you're somebody that helped them ignite that fire. And that's why they missed you. Like, it's kind of like, you know, life is not as fun without you. They realize that, you know? Like, they like low-key have it all, but I also feel like they have nothing if they don't have it with you. That's what they realize, okay? So, I think that's pretty much it in terms of those messages. So we're gonna do a little initial time. I will not go in depth because I'm a little tired. Alright, so we're just gonna do this first, middle, last initials. I'm also tuning into, they want to ruffle somebody's feather, which gets, it feels like if they're with you, maybe they could always do like a little cray things, but now they can't because their Bonnie is not here, their Ronnie is not here, their Candy is not here. Okay, alright, hey. This has been your reading, collective. Thank you for stopping by. Good luck in your journey. Please make sure to check out part 1, because this is part 2. I will link it down below, okay? But without further ado, Merry Holidays and see you next year.